Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jenny Weeks. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an intuitive, so I feel things, I know things, and I speak to those who passed on. I do tarot readings. I use power animal cards, animal spirit guides, angel cards. I do a lot of things. I do distance Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. I communicate with animals, pets. I do all kinds of things. So check out the description below where it says show more, and you'll see some of the things I do. Visit my website, psychicjenny.com, psychicjenny.com. And by all means, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, subscribe below to my newsletter, and that way you won't miss out on any new videos. Or I send out a daily tarot, which is the tarot card that has the vibration or frequency for the day. It's sort of like reading your daily horoscope, only it's getting the tarot card delivered into your email. Click on my social media. I'm happy to have you here. It's been a long time since I've actually done a YouTube video, and I'm glad to be back. So let's get right to it, okay? Today I want to talk about the moon and how you can use the new moon and the full moon to your advantage in your daily life. How can you do this? How can you use the new moon and the full moon to your advantage in your daily life? Well, funny you should ask. Um, the moon, our satellite, and we learned that in school, right? The moon has influenced us. People have planted by the moon. The ancients did everything by the moon phases. And, you know, we have the moon in January is known as the wolf moon. I mean, native peoples named the moons. April, we just had the April moon, which was the pink moon or the phlox moon, so that we knew the time of year it was, the season. And we know that there's a 28-day cycle, and it's very common among the planet, among the creatures of this planet, including humans. And the moon cycle, 28 days, starts with the new moon and makes its completion. It hits the full moon and then comes around to the dark moon. Many of you have not heard of the dark moon. It's not a scary thing, by all means. It's not scary. It's not witchy. It sounds awful. But it simply means when the sky is dark because the moon is dark. It's not getting that reflection of the sunlight on it, so it's not shining. It's the dark moon. And many people confuse the dark moon with the new moon. They actually are two different things. Nowadays, we talk about the new moon, and that's when we think there's no moon out at night. But there is. The dark moon is when it's completely dark. The new moon is when you first see the little crescent of light starting to come. Okay? That's the new moon. The moon is new, beginning its new cycle of 28 days. So the first 2 weeks, the moon is waxing, right? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, culminating in the full moon. Those first 2 weeks are how you can bring things to you. It's the perfect time to start a new leaf, to start something new, start over, begin again, bring things to you. Because when we think about waxing, it's increasing, right? When we think of increases, we think of bigger things, more food, more money, um, greater things, more love, abundance. We think of bigness, largeness, increase, waxing. The moon is waxing. And when it's full, right, that's when we can manifest what we really, really want. That's when we can really harness that. Now, I know you've all heard of lunatics. I know you have. I just know it. And I know you've experienced some. I have, and I've been one. I'm also a moon child. I'm a Cancer. So we love the moon. Um, you will notice when people are crazy and people are driving like maniacs or whatever, and people say, "Is it a full moon? What's going on? Everybody's crazy." It could be the new moon. I want you to pay attention to this because the new moon is the opposite side of the full moon. So we've got light and dark, right? The moon is full, the moon is new or dark, right? So we've got these two opposites. So that first 2 weeks, the full, and then we've got the buildup, and then when the moon is full, as it's going away, releasing, it's waning. It was waxing, went full, now it's waning. As it's waning, we're letting go, right? That's the time to release, to let go, to forgive people, to forgive yourself, to let go of bad habits. You don't have to start over fresh, just working on letting go of things. See, a lot of times we think that when we want to start something, we need to let go of something. Well, we should let go of the old ways to bring in the new ways, because when you're holding on to something, right, it's hard to receive something new when you're holding on tightly. You have to release, let go, and then allow something in. But you don't have to do it at once. You could just work on releasing, releasing. Take that moment and then bring in. So the perfect time to do, you can do it every month. That's the great thing. You know, some people start fresh every day. Yep, it's brand new every day. But this heaviness, um, we can't always do it. Like we might do something for one day, 2 days, and then by the third day, we've stopped exercising, we've stopped the walk, or we haven't had time to do this or to do that. But if you work with the moon cycle, you can work on gradually changing, releasing, letting go, and bringing in, right? So we're bringing in, letting go, bringing in, letting go. Think if the tide comes in. It comes in, and even though there are waves coming in and going out, the tide is still coming in as the waves are going out and going in and going out and going in and going out. The tide's coming in. Then it reaches this peak, and then it starts to go out. And as it's going out slowly, it's coming in and going out and coming in and going out and coming in and going out, and then receding. And we're a work in progress. So don't be upset with yourself if you can't do it right away. Slow down. Have patience with yourself. Love yourself. And work with the cycles of the moon. And if you subscribe, you'll know when the full moon's coming, when the new moon's coming. So I'll give you a heads up all the time. We've begun new projects. We can work with the new moon, work with bringing things in, and then work with the releasing. And as you do this, you're going to find it becomes easier and easier. And you know what? This month, start with it. This is, when I'm recording this now, the new moon is coming up in a week. It's May 2018, and the new moon will be here on the 15th. So this next week, you can work on releasing. You can work on letting go. That forgiveness I talked about. Cleaning out a drawer, cleaning out your closet, getting rid of your wardrobe, getting rid of some things that are just too old or you're tired of. You can work on releasing negative friends or negative people in your life. And I don't mean kick them out, but you don't have to spend as much time with them. You can work on staying away from them. That's a form of releasing too, staying away from their energy, okay? You can do all these things. Then when we have the new moon, the dark moon, we'll have that new moon, and then next week after the 15th, after that, then you can work on bringing things back in or creating new things, working on new love, new life, working on eating changes, food changes. Just one thing. You don't have to make a list of 15 things to change or to release. One thing at a time. It took you all these years to get to where you are, to be proud of where you are, because you've survived, you've surpassed, you are doing the best you can. And if you feel like you can do better, you probably can, but there's something holding you back. So now's the time to go inward, right? Because we're in that waning period towards the dark moon, so we're releasing. Take this next week. Work on what it is that's holding you back. I have a release video, actually. It's called How to Release Emotional and Mental Blocks, and I'll put the link in below. But now's the time to work on releasing. So it's a very short video. I just teach you what to do. I do it with you. Just grab a couple of sheets of paper and a pencil or a pen. This is a time when you need to be tactile. I don't want you using your iPad or your phone or anything like that. This is a time to get that paper and pencil and pen and sit down. It doesn't take long, and you can release something every day. And just like peeling back layers, it's going to take a little bit of time. You might need to release the same thing more than once in different ways. And that's because when we release, then we grow a little bit. There's some things we're peeling away layers. We're getting to the core of things. So don't expect to do it once and then be better. Just don't do it. It's a process. You've gotten this way through every experience you've ever had in this life has brought you to today. Okay? So if there are things you want to let go of and you're not sure what they are, you might have this block about money. You have the desire to make more money, but everything you try doesn't seem to work. Well, things work if you do them, but if you're doing them and they're not working, then somehow, some way you're pushing it away or not allowing it. So now's the time to work on those blocks. And after the full moon, when the moon is waning, that's the time to work on the release video or work on your letting go. And by all means, clean out the closet, clean out the drawer, get rid of the raggy shoes. Okay, just get rid of the old socks, get rid of the old shoes, get rid of the old sweaters. And now's the time, if you haven't done it yet, pack away your winter clothes or pack away your summer clothes if you're in the southern hemisphere. But now's the time to get it done. You've got a week left, or if you're watching this video next year, you have time to do it. Or bring in, if the moon is waxing, we've already had the dark moon and the new moon, bring it in. Okay, that's all for now. I look forward to hearing from you. Please leave me some comments, connect with me, send me an email. Again, like and share, I appreciate it. Find me on social media, I'd love to hear from you. And take care, and I would love to hear how you do with your working with the moon, okay? Remember, farmers planted by it, men fished by it, we harvested by it. The moon has always been used. Nature still goes with it. We're in harmony. We are still in harmony with it, but we just have to listen, okay? Just put the cell phone down, go sit under the moonlight, and just think about these things. Think about nature. Take time to get in flow a little bit. Do some earthing. You know, if you can, put your bare feet on the grass. Just take a little bit of earth energy in bed. Feel good. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. PsychicJenny.com.